We must make sure the sample is obtained using simple random sampling or through a randomized experiment. The sample data are matched pairs and that the differences are normally distributed with no outliers, or the sample size is larger than or equal to 30. The sampled values are independent and the sample size is no more than 5% of the population. Step 1. Determine the null and alternative hypotheses. The hypotheses can be structured in one of three ways, depending on if it is a two-tailed test, a left-tailed test, or a right-tailed test. Step 2 tells us to select a level of significance depending on the seriousness of making a type 1 error. Step 3. You may compute the test statistics by hand using the formula illustrated, but we will be using our TI-84 function stat_test number 2 t-test. Now step 4 tells us if the p-value found is less than the level of significance, we are to reject the null. We will apply these steps to the following problem. The sample is normally distributed and the level of significance is 0.05. We know that the null hypothesis is equal to 0 and the alternative hypothesis is greater than 0, which means that this will be a right-tailed test. The level of significance given was 0.05. Using the function stat t-test, we know that the known hypothesis is 0. X bar will be 1.02 and that the standard deviation was 1.55 and the sample was 16. Once we click calculate, you will get your p-value. P-value is given to be 0.009. Because our p-value is less than our level of significance, we are to reject the null hypotheses. Therefore, in conclusion, there is sufficient evidence at the alpha level of 0.05 to conclude that the difference is greater than 0.